John Fedro with mobilehomeinvesting.net. If you have been wondering what to do with all of these mobile homes that must be moved, well, I have the answer for you. First, let's take a step back and let's first address that there is an uptick of mobile homes that must be moved. In the past 5 years, 4 years, 3 years, 2 years, 1 year, there's definitely an increase of mobile homes that have to be moved. After somebody purchases it, it has to be removed from its current location. And let's talk about first why that is. And let's take a step back. One of the reasons is because there's been more mobile home parks being purchased and resold, not built, but just more activity about them being purchased and resold. And when they're purchased and resold, they're bought typically by investors that want to fix up these communities. They want to increase the value. They're buying a mobile home park. They're buying a business, and they want to get that business running right. And there's three ways typically for most mobile home park owners to increase revenue. And that's by increasing the lot rent. The park owner buys the community. They increase the lot rent. They also bill back the utilities. If the water is being, if the owner of the park is paying for the utilities, then they are billed to the residents. They're billed to the people, so the owner doesn't have to pay that. And then also bring in more homes. If there are some vacant pads there, then they want to bring in mobile homes, used mobile homes, newer mobile homes. Now there's programs out like the 21st program, the cash program, and other financing programs. It's easier these days, circa 2020, to finance a new mobile home, especially if you're a mobile home park owner. They want to bring in new and used mobile homes into their community, and that's fine and dandy for places that are already existing that are empty. Mobile home parks have a couple empty spaces, and then you want to fill those spaces. That's called infill, and park owners want to do that. They want to buy homes, fill up these spots, and collect lot rent and collect rent on the home or sell the home for payments. Now that's okay. That doesn't affect us. However, it's when these park owners want to go ahead and get rid of some of the older homes there. They say, wow, I like the newer homes in my communities. I'm going to get rid of some of these older homes. So if the park owns those homes, they can simply get rid of them. Or if the park has people living in the homes, they can say, well, the next time you sell homes, next time that you want to sell, they have to be removed from the community. Or they can give people a 30-day, 60-day, 90-day notice. Hey, we don't want to renew your lease. Would you please remove your home out of the park? It's a bit too old. So parks sometimes want to do that, which then is some of the inventory in the market that we see. Mobile home parks getting rid of some of these mobile homes. And that's one of the reasons why there's an influx of mobile homes. This is going to be sort of the leads of mobile homes that must be moved. Another source of mobile homes that must be moved is, other. Well, let's go with other first. And there's no particular color pattern for this. It's just whatever I had lying around for construction paper. But other, we have auctions, we have government auctions, we have parks that are closing down. Parks completely shut down, and all of that inventory has to go somewhere, whether it's owned by the community, it's owned by the people. Some of that inventory is going to be selling. Now, parks don't close all the time, but there are certainly parks closing every year around the country. And then parks turning around to an RV only kind of style. If a park is purchased and the new owner of the community says, I don't want to keep it as a mobile home park, I want to turn it to RVs only, then they have to get probably the right permitting, of course, depending on where it is. And then they have to get rid of those mobile homes that are currently there. Another source of mobile homes that must be moved, which you are probably thinking, is the owners themselves. The actual homeowners of these mobile homes, they want to sell. It's on their land. It's inside of a park. They want to upgrade. They like their current location. They like their land that they own, or they like their spot in the park, and they simply want to upgrade. Or they want to upgrade. They want to remove the mobile home, and they want to add a single family residence. They want to have a normal house built right there. And then also, it's just not legal use. There's a mobile home that was added to the land, and the city or county found out it wasn't supposed to be there. They didn't get the right permits, and now the home has to be removed. The owner of the land is paying a penalty every single day that this goes by, and they're motivated to get it off their land. Also, it was the land was bought, and the mobile home just wasn't wanted, or something else. Something else could be like a construction site as well, like there's a construction mobile home, or a mobile home that was used as like a school, and the school is getting rid of it, or the church is closing down and they don't need like a mobile home that was there to add that was used as some sort of side building. So a number of these things. So clearly there are a number of mobile homes that must be moved. And I still haven't even touched the question of what do we do with these leads? So we've established now that there are mobile home leads that must be moved after after they're purchased. The home has to go somewhere. Let's go ahead and slide all of this information down this way with the help of a little video editing. How did that look? Pretty smooth and seamless. So now all of that information is down that way. And what you are seeing right now is where all of these leads are coming in, and there's one of a few things that you can do. One of four things. And let's go ahead and label these in no particular order. We'll go ahead and label these. And these lead sources, they can come from online, offline marketing, etc. So let's go ahead and talk about what to do with these leads that are coming in. I've teased you for long enough. The first one, we can keep the mobile home there. We can try to. We can upgrade the exterior. If this is in a mobile home park or on somebody's rented land, maybe we can pay them more money. Maybe we can upgrade the exterior of the mobile home and add vinyl siding. Makes it look 20 years newer if it doesn't already have vinyl siding. We can also maybe buy the land if that's an option. If the land is for sale, it's on somebody's private piece of land. Or maybe you can negotiate or sweet talk the seller into allowing you to stay there. And if you do, that'd be a cool story. Go ahead and let me know about that. Reach out anytime. Or you can move the home to someplace. You can keep the home for yourself. You can move it somewhere. Or you can keep it for yourself for the immediate time. You can move it somewhere, you can fix it up, and then you can resell it from that sort of staging area. If you have a relationship worked out with somebody that you could do that. Not very common, but you could move this to a park, a pre-existing mobile home park. Now, does that mobile home park allow for a mobile home, the age that you're looking at? Do they have room for a double wide or a single wide, the length that you're looking at? Will they pay any move-in incentives if you move it to a park? How about if you move it to your own piece of land? Is this a land that you just purchased? Is it a land that you've had for a while? Does it allow for a mobile home to be on it? Or an investor land? Or some other investor's land. To find local investors in the area, if there's mobile homes, typically mobile homes on private land have to be zoned to have a mobile home on there typically. And you'll usually find mobile homes on land surrounded by other mobile homes on land. They're kind of social creatures. So if you see a mobile home on land in one area, you drive around and there's all the, different little parcels, and you see a few that are vacant, you can go online and you can look up the records and you can see, well, who owns these parcels that are vacant and who owns the parcels that aren't vacant. If you see a name that keeps repeating itself over and over, those people own a bunch of land with individual mobile homes on it. Maybe they'd want to buy your mobile home, or maybe you can buy that piece of land from them. So you can move it to an investor land. You can partner with that investor. That's potentially an option where you bring the mobile home, they bring the land, you partner together, you sell it, you rent it, or you can do something else. You can move it somewhere else. A third option that you may have is to sell it to people. You can sell these mobile homes to parks. Some mobile home parks, they will want a nice used mobile home. They will take it from you, they'll fix it up, they'll sell it themselves, they'll rent it themselves. This is something that you can ask parks directly. Do you buy used mobile homes? If I find something that isn't a deal, would you be interested in hearing about it? What size or mobile home are you looking for? What decades would you be looking for? What price ranges would you be looking for? That's mobile home parks. You can also sell them to other investors who want to buy the home and do something with it, and end users. Keep in mind, I have this little piece of paper up here. Keep in mind when you're selling to other people, it's important to know some things and to be knowledgeable, to be an authority figure, to not just set people up for failure and say, hey, here's a mobile home, take it. We kind of want to give people good advice and set people up for success. You have a lot of sometimes we, as mobile home investors, as real estate investors, we do have a lot of power. We have knowledge that other people don't. We can omit certain things and kind of set people up for failure. Maybe people don't know the right questions to ask. So If they don't ask you the right questions, do you tell them certain things? Do you tell them about the wind zone? Hey, where are you moving this to? We got to make sure the wind zone is the right area. So if you move it there, you'll be able to get a permit. You'll be able to put it there. Or the roof loads, if this is in a snowy area. If it's a single wide, double wide, triple wide, the moving expenses will be significantly different. Is there trees or structures or mud where the mobile home is and it has to be removed? The mobile home has to be removed. If you're selling something to an end user, a mobile home that has to be moved, you're not even really buying the mobile home. Maybe you're wholesaling it. You don't even buy it and you just take the contract and you give it to someone else, or you do a double closing, and now you're out of the picture. You've used the buyer's money to fund the deal, and now you've taken a couple, whatever money that you've made, and now you're out of the picture. Well, you might have set people up for failure if the person buying the mobile home didn't know that there were trees in the way, or there's a barn in the way, or there's like a lot of mud in that area for some reason because there's a river and you can't drive through the river. So it's like sometimes a mobile home is unable to be moved. So that's something to definitely know. Are the axles there, the wheels there, the tongue there? Those aren't deal breakers, but they may cost a little bit more to have the mover install those. There's the HUD label present, the VIN number, the serial number, or the data plate available as well. We can sell the home to movers, if you've probably already read this already. Movers, dealerships, and someone moving the home out of the USA. That's more for like southern states. Mostly around Mexico, to move them out of the United States into Mexico. And there's only a few select people that do that, but I did want to include it because it's an option, and just to get your mind, moving as well, even if you're nowhere near the southern states or somewhere that you could move it out of the country. And then other things, you can give it to people that want, not give it, but people that want to turn it into a tiny home. You could turn this into a tiny home of sorts, or sell it to folks that want to make it for a hunting cabin, partner with another investor who finds the buyer. That's just one bullet point. So another investor is out there, they have a buyer's list, they have somebody that wants to buy the home and move it. Well, if you partner with them, maybe you can split what the price is that the buyer is giving. Maybe you can split your profit. You can give them $500 or $1,000, this other investor, charity, etc. So I hope that this all made sense. This is where you can move mobile homes that must be moved. I hope that this all made sense. Like I said, if you have any follow-up questions or concerns, you should and you will. And if you're active, you definitely will. Feel free to reach out to me. You can always reach out at support@mobilehomeinvesting.net. That's support@mobilehomeinvesting.net. Talk to you soon.